Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off talking about Windows emulation on Android with Winlator, and Winlator has just released version 2.0. So with Winlator 2.0, we've got bug fixes, improvements, and brand new features. They've improved the virtual GPU compatibility and performance, although many games may not work. They've improved input controls. They've improved the audio plugin. They added an option here to install a custom wine version, although it is experimental. They added an advanced tab on the container settings. They updated the Mesa Turnip driver. They updated Box64, and they updated OBB image to version 2. Now, for full transparency, there has been a bit of controversy surrounding Winlator and results in VirusTotal. Here is Winlator version 1. We can see there are 5 flags here, arguably false flags, but still 5 flags. Here is version 1.1, and we've got 6 flags, arguably false flags, but there are still 6 of them. And here is version 2. We've only got 1. And I'd argue this also might be a false flag. So I could be wrong here, and if I am, I'll update the pinned comment below, but at this point in time, Winlator version 2.0 seems to be safe. Next up, we're talking about Xbox 360 emulation with Xenia Canary, or Xenia Canary, or subscribe to Mr. Sujano Canary, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Anyways, here there have been a few changes that I think are worth mentioning. So about 2 weeks ago, there was an update here for VSync timing, and it now requires far less CPU to be accurate. And I can't remember if I talked about this one in a previous video. I think I did though, but you can load .zar files in Canary now. Xenia Canary is 100% free, it's open source, and it's updated quite regularly. If you haven't updated in a while, you may want to pick up the latest version. It was updated today. And if you haven't checked out the compatibility list in a while, I'll drop a link to it in the description below. Next up here, we're talking about the PlayStation 5, and today Sony unveiled the PS5 Slim, both the standard version with the disc and the digital edition. So this updated PS5 will be about 30% smaller and weigh between 18 to 24% lighter. And if you pick up the digital edition, you can convert it to the standard edition by buying an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive, and that'll set you back about $80. Personally, I think this is a pretty cool option, but there is something to consider. The digital edition will set you back more than it used to. According to Sony, the PS5 standard edition is staying at $500, but the digital edition is being bumped up $50 to $450 overall. You are getting a bit more storage though. Storage has been bumped up from 825 gigs to 1 terabyte. Now, with all of that being said, there's one thing here that's causing a bit of controversy, both with the standard and digital edition, and that's the vertical stand. If you wanted to stand up this new Slim PS5, you can buy a vertical stand for $30 overall. Yes, $30 to stand up your PS5. Now, if you don't want to pay $30 to stand up your PS5 vertically, I don't blame you. There's probably a whole bunch of ways to do it for free. If you wanted to lay it down horizontally, you can. There's an included kickstand. Aside from that stuff, everything else seems to be the exact same. So if you already have a PS5, I wouldn't say you need to upgrade. If you just bought a PS5 and then this announcement came out, you don't really have anything to worry about. They should work the exact same. And speaking about the exact same, this is a little bit different. It's a brand new controller being manufactured by Retrobit, and it's up for pre-order for about $50 overall. It's arguably an upgrade over the Sega Saturn controller. It's 2.4G wireless. So this new controller has 4 shoulder buttons, USB-C for charging. It's compatible with PC, Mac, and stuff like the Raspberry Pi. It has Hall effect joysticks, and the ETA on this one is December of this year. Now, I haven't tried one of these out yet, so I can't personally recommend it. But it does look interesting, and let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. And speaking about interesting, I'll keep this one quick. Apparently Disney is trying to get back into gaming again by buying a big publisher like EA. I'm not joking with you here. I'll drop a link to this article in the description below. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not overly keen on Disney picking up another game developer. I mean, look what happened with LucasArts. Although with EA here, I'm wondering if they could turn some things in a positive direction, but who knows. Moving on, and we're talking about Cyberpunk 2077, and we talked about this one previously when it was in development, and now it has released. The Cyberpunk 2077 HD Reworked Project 2.0 is now available. If you are curious on this one and arguably wanted to make your game look a heck of a lot better, it's available on Nexus Mods, and I'll drop a link to it in the description below. And last up here, we're talking about Live Alive on Steam, and this game just got a brand new update you may be interested in. According to SteamDB, there is an update here to remove Denuvo, so if you don't like Denuvo, well, you don't have to worry about it in this game anymore. And on top of that, there's a free demo available, so if you wanted to check it out, you absolutely can. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.